Good evening and welcome to the Vernon Township Supervisors meeting for August 3rd, 2023. We'll start the meeting with a prayer and salute to the flag. Supervisor Schneider will lead us in prayer.
Bless us as we gather today for this meeting. Guide our minds and hearts so that we will work for the good of our community and help all your people. Teach us to be generous in our outlook, courageous in face of difficulty, and wise in our decisions.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Amy.
Maloney.
Here.
Stone.
Here.
Smith.
Here.
Snyder.
Here.
Wagner.
Here. At this time, do we have any citizen comment? No one? Okay, thank you. Approval of minutes for the Vernon Township Supervisors meeting from July 6, 2023.
I'll make that motion.
Motion. Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Not in favor? Notice of executive session for personnel on 7/12, 7/25, and 8/2. July 12th, July 25th, and August 2nd.
I'll make that motion if that's a motion required.
Is that,
No, we just have to notify that there's been executive session.
okay. Sorry, I didn't catch that earlier. What you were on. Okay. Finances, motion to direct the treasurer to issue checks for the approved vouchers due for payment.
So moved.
Motion,
Second.
second, all in favor?
Aye.
Not in favor. Motion to ratify payroll for the employees from July 2nd, 2023 through July 29th, 2023, including the supervisor's pay.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Not in favor. Correspondence, Amy?
Nothing.
Okay, thank you. Police report, do you have that, Rob?
Yep, I'll be covering that tonight. All right, so for the month of July, there was a total of 187 calls, 10 of which were traffic accidents. There was 13 traffic stops for violations. With that, there was 3 citations issued, 10 warnings, 15 criminal cases, 3 citizens assists, and they attended court 3 times. And there was a total miles patrolled in the township of just about 2,200 miles. Things that Randy wanted to mention for the month: road rage continues to be a problem. Slow down, don't tailgate, those sort of things. Obviously, once again, it's kind of been ongoing at this point, but the scams with the telephone scams to the elderly people, watch out for that. Look for official letterhead is best. Let's see what else. Please lock your vehicles if they're left outside overnight. Occasionally, we're still seeing that once in a while where somebody will root through a car if they find it unlocked. And although school's still out, by the time we meet again, school buses will be back on the road. So watch the children now, and then here in a couple of weeks, unfortunately, when summer's over, you're gonna have to watch the school buses and pay attention to the stop signs, especially out on 322. It's not a divided highway, so you have to stop even if the bus is in the other lane and you're heading eastbound and they're heading westbound. You still have to stop with the stop signs out. So that's the report for the police department tonight.
Thank you, Rob. Any questions on that? All right, next, road report, Joel Stone, road master.
Good evening, Supervisors. Road report for August 3rd, 2023. We've installed driveway pipes on Hollis and Cutter Road, cleaned ditches, and swept some loose gravel from the roads and intersections due to the rain events that we've had. We've been cutting some limbs that are blocking signs, mowing berms, we've watered the flowers at the roundabout, installed a new Car Hill Road name sign, filled washouts in the gravel roads, removed the buildup under the guide rail on Putnam Road, replaced the water faucets on the outside of the township building, and we checked the roof for a leak issue that we've had. Roach Park, we installed a new volleyball net, addressed a couple sink and a toilet issue up there, secured boards on the playground, removed a couple limbs and the stump from Roach Park itself. Equipment-wise, the John Deere 5085 tractor, one of the bigger bills that we had, from Stevenson Equipment. They came up and serviced and worked on the hydraulic system. We were still having problems with the hydraulic system on that tractor, so that's why we had that one bill that we did. And the last thing I have, like Robbie just said, that Randy wanted to say, I want to reiterate, school's about to start. You know, people need to slow down, pay attention. There's going to be kids in spots where you're not used to seeing them, so everybody be safe out there on the roads. That's all I have, Supervisors.
Questions for Joe?
I wanted to say something about the flowers at the roundabout. That's nice that what's been done up there. Are those starting to work, those pots, as far as the self-watering, or are we still having the water from the top?
They are working. They're waking up through. Last week we watered on Monday, filled the pot. Today we did fill them again today, and it took about 5 gallons each one of the pots. And we didn't know how fast we were going to go through water, and we've had a bunch of rain and stuff like that. So we're just trying to keep on top of it for right now, and it's actually easier for us to go up there and put 5 gallons in it at a time as opposed to trying to put 30 gallons in each one of those pots at a time. So if we go up there for an hour, you know, it takes us about an hour. We can take care of some weeds or whatever else is going on up there, and, you know, try to do it first thing in the morning.
Do folks give you the thumbs up as they go around? Or thumbs down?
Well, you know, it's kind of amazing. You know, a lot of people are beeping and you know, smiling about it. And, you know, it's like, just pay attention to where you're going, please. You know, I appreciate it and everything, but just watch in front of you.
All right.
So,
On that Cargill sign, that was very ingenious. Thumbs up to whoever did that.
we've had a lot of problems with vandalism down there and theft. So we went through and we looked up some different ordinances or different codes, vehicle codes, and we found some heights that we could put the signs at. So that's what we did. We got them up high enough where you can't get to it with a pickup truck to remove it. So hopefully it works.
Yeah. Yeah. And which roof was leaking? I assume this one here, not the new one.
The new one, but
It wasn't the roof, it's the HVAC system.
Gotcha.
we
It's
just
set to be replaced.
Okay.
we just need to verify that the drains themselves were not blocked.
Yeah, so they actually roofed up on the old curves until the new units come in and they'll redo them all, so it was actually in unit.
Yeah.
That's good. Was Jeff mowing today?
He was.
He did a good job. I saw him out by my place, and when I drove here, everything very good, very nice. Good. Thumbs up.
All right, I'll pass that on.
All right, thank you. Anybody else for Bill? Administration zoning, Robert Horvath, manager.
Yep. Good evening, everyone. I wanted to start off my report first with some updates on recreation in the township. I'm happy to report we have received no complaints on the rec complex and their handling of the softball leagues at Lincoln Avenue. It appears this has been a good partner for us. The fields are being utilized, and they've made some nice improvements to our facilities at no cost to us. Next, our new playground will be delivered next week with plans to demo the current units there and installation of the new one in September. You know, we look forward to that progress. Personally, I have to say it'll be sad to see that one go. You know, I grew up playing on it. I've taken my kids there now to play on it, but looking at it, you know, we probably do need to upgrade it, have a little more modern system, you know, modern playground. And I have to say, if I jumped off the top of the slide like I did when I was a kid, I think I'd end up in the ICU now. But, you know, as stated during the work session, we've recently received results from robotics on our pavement assessment. Joel and myself will continue to analyze the assessment as we move forward to the 2024 budget season, which is just around the corner, and draw up our pavement plan for the next several years. We'll be making these results available to the public via the township website in the coming days. With regards to zoning and planning, the Planning Commission met this month and reviewed 2 subdivisions, which are before you for approval tonight, as well as the VA community-based outpatient clinic land development that is before you for approval tonight. This morning I attended the pre-construction meeting for that project. They're slated to get underway very soon. Some equipment is already on site. I'll let Mr. Porter handle the other wide range of construction projects in various phases throughout the township. And finally, this month, I had the opportunity to attend the Crawford County Area Transportation, or CATA, annual meeting. And I just wanted to comment, it was nice to hear about the exciting things they have going on throughout the area and the township. And just really wanted to give them a shout out for the excellent work they do and the great community partner that they are to the township. And that's my report tonight.
Thank you, Rob. Any questions for Rob? Thank you. Engineers report, Ashley Porter, Township Engineer.
Evening Supervisors. Well, reporting another busy month. Weather's good and people are constructing. You can see along the corridor, Rises Store Stove Building, McAllister Deli's broken ground and underway. The VA, as you saw this evening at the work session, is ready to go. A little bit of equipment over there and they're ready to put their fence up and things are in place. Bids will be received for the Meadville Medical Center Vernon Place infrastructure this coming week. Looks like an aggressive field of contractors there, and we're waiting any day for the TJ Maxx to get underway. So things are looking good, and we worked on a number of other developments that are coming along next year. So things in Vernon Township are looking good as usual. All I have to report.
Thank you, Ashley. Questions for Ashley?
Yes, I see the Rec B projects were bid.
Yeah.
Did you get the bids in?
No, those are the infrastructure for the medical center project.
Yes.
So those bids are due next week. We had the pre-construction meeting at the site, invited the contractors, explained the project to them, and that then involves new roadways, water, sanitary sewer, stormwater, sidewalk, lighting, landscaping. So it's the improvements of all the infrastructure that's supporting the developments that are coming.
Thank you.
So the
So
bids will
next
be in.
week you get the
Yes,
bids?
next week, we'll hope for a jump right on an award so they can get underway this year. It'll finish up next year in the spring because of the paving, but it'll be, we're hoping to get it underway.
All right. Thank you, Ashley. Anybody else? Questions? Solicitors report, Jeff Millen, Township Solicitor.
Good evening, everyone. I guess the same as last month. Everything is running smoothly in the township. So I look forward to working with Rob on some new items coming up here. And other than that, everything is good.
That's what we like to hear.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Jeff. Questions for Jeff? All right, moving on to new business. Motion to approve the Weaver subdivision.
I'll make that motion.
Motion, second. All in favor? Aye. Not in favor? Motion to approve the Ondurco subdivision.
I'll make that motion.
Second. Motion and second. All in favor? Aye. Not in favor? The motion to approve the VA community-based outpatient clinic land development.
So moved.
Motion
Second.
and second. All in favor?
Contingent upon.
Contingent upon the engineer's comment, satisfying.
Did you get that in? All right.
Thank you, Dave. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone not in favor? Thank you. Motion to approve resolution 2023-11, revision of the CDBG funds for the scope of project.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone not in favor? All right, thank you. We previously covered all these extensively in the work session. So, motion to appoint police chief.
I'd like to make a motion to table the appointment of a police chief and explore the option of an intermunicipal police services contract with the city of Meadville.
I'd second that with some comments. I've been here now, 6 years, and this is by far is probably one of the most sensitive but most important decisions I think that I've made in the 6 years with Vernon. Hearing the information that's been provided to us over the last just a couple weeks, it hasn't been all that long. It just makes so much sense. I think Rob is going to be reading a release letter here in a second, and that explains some of the things. But being on this board with the folks that I'm on with, we've got Gary that's been around for a lot of terms or a lot of years, and Don, and of course Dave with his past experience. To see these guys step up that really understand Vernon Township Police and all, and myself too. It's not like I've had my head in a hole, but it's a good opportunity to explore and see if this is a very good thing for Vernon going down the road with. That I will be supporting that.
Okay, I'd like to make a comment. I made the motion, but according to the rules, you have to have a motion and a second. And at that point, you can discuss what's going on with the motion.
Right.
You can make the motion and then vote against it. But the making of the motion and the second gets it on the floor to where you can discuss it. But I want to make people aware that just because you made a motion does not mean you're going to vote for it.
Right.
And I want to make that clear, because most people do not realize that.
But I seconded it.
Right, yeah,
Right, and then that
but
opens it for
that opens up
discussion.
for discussion, correct, exactly. And most people do not realize that. It's a very fine point of what Robert's rules or something like that, but I just want to make people aware of that. And this is an ongoing thing, too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, this is, it's been discussed heavily. And thank you, Gary and Fritz. Can we have a roll call, Amy?
Snyder,
Yes.
Wagner,
Yes,
Smith,
Yes.
Stone,
Yes.
Maloney.
Yes. Okay, and at this time, Rob has a press release. He's going to put on.
Yeah, this is the press release that'll be going out to the media. The Vernon Township Board of Supervisors takes its duty to provide for public safety and police coverage for its residents and visitors very seriously, and they are proud of the job our police department has done. As our township continues to grow and our need for police services and public safety also increases, and in an effort to provide the best coverage and level of service possible in the township, the supervisors have made the mindful decision to pause the search for a new police chief and explore the option of an intermunicipal police service contract with the city of Meadville. This contract would provide for around-the-clock police coverage throughout Vernon Township. This would be a dramatic increase from our current coverage and provides a greater level of public safety. The Board of Supervisors recognize this is a major shift from our current operations, but will only enter into a contract if it provides for an increase in coverage and provides long-term stability while simultaneously not being detrimental to the future of Vernon Township. A decision of this magnitude needs to be thoroughly vetted, transparent, and will take time, and we are confident our current officers will continue their excellent service and provide quality police coverage throughout this process.
Thank you, Rob. All right, moving on. There's no old business. Upcoming meeting is going to be September 7th, 2023, the Supervisors Work Session at 6:30, and followed September 7th, 2023, the Supervisors Monthly Meeting will follow up at 7:30. So with that, we'll have Supervisor Comments, please. We'll start with you, Gary.
thank you. Well, as was discussed earlier, the kids are going to be going back to school. They're going to be seen in places where they don't normally see them, and in hours you don't normally see them. So please be careful with our children, especially on 322 with the school buses. Because it's such a wide roadway, you don't realize sometimes the school bus is over there letting kids off. So just use caution when driving, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. Dave?
I've got two things, and I follow up on what Fritz had said about the flowers at the roundabout. So excited, it made that roundabout look so nice. I really wanted to thank Sean Pritchard and his son Dakota for planting the flowers. He plants the stuff out front too. Does a wonderful job. I'm really looking forward to seeing him grow a little bit and spruce up that roundabout. It really looks nice, and I wanted to thank them. And the final thing I got is I wanted to thank everyone that built that old playground that thousands of kids have played on over the last 25 years. That whole big structure was built by volunteers. We would meet there on Saturday, and guys, Dan Petruso, Timmy Mullen, Gary Dillerman, a couple guys sitting around here would all come down and spent Saturdays, Sundays, and spent their whole time building that thing. When they tear it down, I'm going to have a little tear in my eye. So I just can't believe how many people have played on that thing throughout the years. But I agree, it needed updated. Every good thing must come to an end. So I'm really looking forward to the new playground, and hopefully it gets the use that the old one did. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Dave. Fritz?
The only thing, my monthly summer update, that the summer's coming to an end. I wish August had about 45 days, and then it seems this time next month, the fair will be over, and, you know, we'll be talking about snow season. But everybody enjoy the summer that's left there, and it's been a good one. That's all.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, it's hard to believe that the kids will be going back to school already. I know this summer just seemed to fly right by. Other than that, just, you know, kind of watch out for the kids. Still exciting things happening in the township. Development, it's growing, that's great. That's about all I have.
Thank you, Greg. I'd like to thank the Meadville Tribune for being here to cover our meeting. Jane here, and Armstrong Utilities, as always, for videotaping the meeting here with us. And with that, I would call for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you.